Tottenham supplement, money well spent, feet stomping, heart stomping, ready for the event, chasing glory every moment heaven sent.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to everyone. It's Crisandro, of course, and not my usual surroundings. I'm currently in a hotel in Frankfurt for the match against Eintracht Frankfurt, which will be tomorrow. This will go out on Saturday anyway, so you'll be going back in time really just to see how we're all doing. But it's a nice little hotel. Had a nice little dinner, and this is just a quick preview really for the game on Monday night. Spurs at home to Nottingham Forest. As you know, Forest are a club dear to my heart for anyone who's seen, and they know exactly why. And we're going to have a little preview with one of the big channels on Nottingham Forest fan channels. And here we go. It's Dan from THFC, Talk Forest Television. How you doing? You all right?
Hey, I'm very well, mate. I mean, living life as it is, but very well. Hope you're all right and living it up in Germany. I know you said it's going out Saturday, but hope you're enjoying it in Germany.
Well, I don't know about that. The weather is kind of like poor at the moment. It starts off with drizzling, then it's almost like being back in England. It's very heavy. It brightens up a bit when the match starts. And speaking of poor weather, I mean, Forest kind of hit a bit of a bad patch, really, haven't they? In a way, not so much of a bad patch. I know it was a defeat in the last game, but you have been playing quite well and they're in a very, very good position at the moment. I mean, you're having a very good season right now. Actually, did you expect to do this well at the start of the campaign?
No, I mean, I'll be straight to a point. I didn't expect us to be where we are. I mean, especially after the last two seasons where we finished 17th. I mean, I would have thought we'd be like somewhere in mid-table, like pushing the top 10 in that area. But to be third, at the timing of this video, to be third, it's unreal to say the least. Like how much of a good season we are having. I know that we had two bad results recently, Villa, and we didn't play well against Everton, but we seem to like bounce back really well after a couple of defeats. We've done it quite a few times. We played Arsenal, Newcastle earlier in the season, and we had two bad performances then, and we bounced back really well then. So, and then we did it in February. We lost to Newcastle and Fulham, and we bounced back then. So this team just got a bounce back in them every time. And I mean, I'm not overly concerned like with the last two games. I just hope that we can bounce back again like we have done all season.
Yeah, that's the thing, the bounce back ability of Forest, and that's what's kind of caught us. I mean, that caught us unaware when we played you earlier in the season, and I know a lot of people saying that we had a bad performance then, but I think Forest played just fantastic. Those two goals were great as well. So I have to hold my hands up. Well, speaking of Forest, I mean, I know a little bit about the Forest rivals because my dad is a big Forest fan. Not many people know that. Yes, he was a Forest fan. He wanted me to be a Forest fan as well, but it was his fault. He took the Tottenham to watch Forest, and it backfired really, really badly. And, yeah. So yeah. Sorry, Dad. He was a big Forest fan in the Brian Clough era, so he's seen two European Cups. Obviously, I haven't seen much. The West Midlands and East Midlands, I know, don't have much beef, and I'm trying to link onto Nuno Espirito Santo there. Because I know he was a big Wolves hero. Was there like any period of adjusting having a former Wolves boss as your boss, or did it not matter? Because I know that West Midlands and East Midlands don't really have a war like that, do they?
Not really. There's more beef from Morden Gibbs right from Wolves fans than it is Nuno to revere. With Nuno, it was more when he came in, he had big boots to fill because obviously with Sleepy Cooper, he's took us from like being bottom of the Championship into the Premier League in one season and kept us up. So I know when he got sacked, Cooper left on a bit of a really bad run, and he ever took over for Nuno. I mean, Cooper, it would have been a massive ass. And when Nuno came in, he was very honest, very thinking about what we needed to do. And it took probably to more this season for everyone to really fall in love with him, because obviously last season it wasn't the best of seasons to say how much we spent, who we brought in, and as well as that results. So Nuno got given the summer just to get rid of who we needed to get rid of and get everyone fit, and you can tell the love that Forest fans got for him now. It's like they gave him that period of time to adjust to what he needed to do, and look at it now and you think, where was that bit of like tension between Nuno and Forest fans to start with? Because I mean, it's like if you had a great manager and he leaves, and that first manager who comes in, there'd be a bit of that. Right, okay, but you know what? Nuno with Wolves, it's not so much bad because Nuno's a Wolves legend to them to see what they've done. It was more than gives right. Sardari left. I mean, when we played Wolves at Molineux sort of January, Gibbs White got absolutely slated by Wolves fans, and Gibbs White went and scored. And you look at it now, you're thinking, right, why give him stick? Because you know you're gonna get it back. So, but yeah, the East Midlands, West Midlands, the bit of banter between fans. I mean, us and Birmingham, like we're just calling them all yam yams, and they hate
it. I actually thought that was like a West Brom thing. I know they like to say yam a lot, don't they?
Yeah, I remember one game I went to Birmingham Forest in the cup, and literally my stepdad got into an argument with Van Den because he kept on saying yam yam, and since then I realised now, like, they actually hate it because of it. Hate Forest fans because of yam yam.
Actually, doesn't take much to rile a Birmingham fan. It really doesn't. No disrespect to Birmingham fans, obviously.
Yeah.
We're very, very touchy people. You actually touched on something that was quite intriguing there. Was Nuno your first when Steve Cooper was sacked? Would Nuno have been your first choice?
It wasn't. But no, when Cooper got sacked, I didn't really have a preference. I mean, it would have been like, I'll be honest with you, when Cooper got sacked, I thought it might have been like a international manager, someone from somewhere else. Personally, when Nuno came up, I thought, well, okay, you got Premier League experience. He took Wolves to 7th tries. I know he didn't really do that much at Spurs, as we both know. And I thought, fair enough, give it a go. And I mean, look at him. I mean, since then, the rest is history, near enough.
Yeah, no, it seems to be. And like I was just saying, the rest is history. I mean, you're currently in third place in the table. Mathematically, now it's impossible to challenge for the title. Although you're in it for a little bit, weren't you? Until Liverpool won that mad run. Well, so basically, you've guaranteed European football. I would imagine with 4 games to go. Is it 4 games to go now?
6.
6. Yeah, I lost track of it all. So you kind of guaranteed European football. How good would it be to be back on the continent? Or do you have a preference to which competition you want to be in? I know it's a dumb question, but
I know what you mean. I mean, even if we get into Conference League, I mean, it'd be a disappointment to say where we've been. But even the Conference League, it'd be massive because we've been out of European football for such a long time. I mean, it was 95, 96. I think it was 95, 96 last time we was in a European competition. So even if we get, if we get like Conference, Europa, or Champions League, I don't mind, it'd be where we are in the league table. It's massive season. So I don't really have a preference to repair.
That's good. I read up a few things really about whether the Forest need to get Champions League. I don't know if you're probably aware of this, but the PSI issue they had a couple of seasons ago, where you basically just end up saying, "Oh, we've had these discrepancies," and then the FA decided to punish you, even though they're not punishing anybody else, which is really bizarre.
Yeah, I don't really know on that anyway.
Yes, yeah. But UEFA are saying that there could be like a PSI issue as well. So maybe qualifying for the Champions League is more, in the financial way, is more important? Would you think, or would you be able to ride it in any kind of way? Is which kind of did you
I
get to?
think that Champions League football will be massive, especially with like the income that you get from it, like with everything else that comes with it. And I know that was flying around yesterday about the PS4 thing, and what worries me is, and I said it and I said it on my channel as well. Like, what I don't get is why are they just coming out with it now, knowing that potentially we could be getting into Champions League football. Like, why leak it to the press instead, or like these financial experts or the press, instead of officially coming out with a statement? It's like they're trying to rock a boat a little bit with like the fan base, which I don't get. I mean, if they had the issue with this transfer, with what we had from like getting selling flats to getting under in, I mean, why did they let it process it anyway? Like, it's all coming from. I mean, the FA should have known about it and would have questioned it there and then, not let the transfer happen. Then it's a role, and I could be here or not talking about that, but it's very frustrating, them reports coming out and not allowing UEFA to say no. It could be, if you don't get it, be in trouble. If you get it, you might be fine. Whereas that might stir something up in the fan base. So, and regarding like the PSR with that last season, I mean, we both know that Chelsea got away with it. Man City, I know they're getting all the charges found out now, but even then, like, even if Man City get away with it, like, why punish Forest and Everton? Whereas this just seems to be letting Chelsea off the hook, and Man City, that's just another thing.
No, very true. I think the audit for Man City is completed now. I'm not quite sure they haven't announced it yet. And it was completed about a good couple of months ago, wasn't it? And they're still sitting on it, which kind of leads me to believe that they're going to get away with it.
Yeah, I think it'd be a fine, and I just say, and I'd say this in a rather Premier League term, like, if they do seem to get away with it with like a fine or something, I hope that everyone in the Premier League gets behind it and start questioning the Premier League then, because you can't justify one without justifying the other.
Yeah, no, I agree. And these are money clubs getting away with everything while the rest of us kind of suffer, which is annoying. But, well, fingers crossed they'll get their crime offence. But back onto the Forest and Spurs. I mean, I watched your recent video, and I kind of got the impression from what you were saying that Forest kind of stepped away from what had been serving them very well this all season in the game against, especially the game against Everton. I'm speaking out. Is that the case, or is that just, or do you think that the pressure's kind of like getting to the team, knowing that the finish line is almost there?
I don't know. That what I sort of tried to like balance it out in my last video, saying that is it the pressure of? I know Nuno said in his press conference last week, it's a new kind of pressure for this team, because going from fighting relegation to European football, it's different pressure. And what I was trying to explain on it is that all the players feeling the pressure of fighting for this top four. I mean, we've not really got any players in there, but probably Milenkovic, and probably Ando to an extent with Newcastle. We're not really had any players in there that could say fought for Champions League football. Well, Hudson-Odoi a bit, but we've not really got that experience in there that say like, yeah, we can battle it. So I feel like that the pressure, it probably is, but what I like about Nuno is he's trying to like push it all away and be like, let's focus on the next game. It's no point thinking about 6 games ahead, 7 games ahead. It's all about doing what we need to do now and then get the results to push on. So I'm trying to like balance it all out, and I do think in a way that it is playing a part, but I mean, it's football. There's a lot more in sports science and the psychology nowadays. You never know, and you never know what could happen, and especially with us playing our game being the last game of the weekend, it might play a massive part on this because I know we will know what we need to do to get into the top four, but it might have a positive or a negative effect. So it's one of them ones, really.
How's Forest doing in evening games? Are they good records this season, or they've been mixed?
We've been alright, to be fair. We beat Man U start of April. We beat we drew with Arsenal, drew with Liverpool. So we're still unbeaten this calendar year. Last year we lost to Newcastle on penalties in the cup, and I think we won as well another game. I tried to think, but no, we didn't much Premier League night matches. But we seem to have done alright in like night matches this season, to be fair. Oh, that was it. We beat Wolves.
Okay, Wolves as well. So I was looking for something kind of like a chink in the armour there, but I guess not. Okay, so it's going to be one hell of a game. Okay, leads us on to the important bit, the team news. You got a fully fit squad. Who's available, unavailable, and what do you think What team do you think Nuno will put out on the pitch?
Well, the only one that we've got at the minute is Aina, and he got a calf injury, but nothing. Prior to this video being recorded, Nuno's not at this press conference. As far as I know, Aina's still injured. It was on crutches. So I'm presuming if we go to a similar sort of team, I see it being Souls in goal. The back four, pretty much. I can't see it being Williams right back, Moreno left back, then it being Merlanti, Fritz, and Merlo. Them two seem to be fixated starting to at the minute. Nico's fair play on him. We've gone from left back to playing right back last couple of games, and he's done a really good job in pace, And midfield two, I think it'd be Elliot Anderson and Yates here. I think Anderson cemented that number 8 role really well. Like when he came in, I thought he might be understood it to did right in that number 10, but filling other places. But he made that number 8 role like his own, like with his performances. And Yatesy, with it being an away game, I can't see him playing in there because he's a warrior in there and battler, and it just seemed he has a knack for winding opposition fans up. So to be fair. And it's just that sort of midfielder that that he 9 times out of 10 he'll do something just to run fans up, but he knows he's doing it. It's like little Jack Russell.
You can see it's kind of like medicine for us.
Yeah. Literally, it's like that. The three in front, I think it'd be the usual thing. I think it'd be Ilanga, Didswat, and Hudson-Odoi. We just got Ilanga back from injury. So I think a good hour inside of... We got half an hour inside of thing against Everton, but I think we're starting on Monday. Knowing he has had a full week of training. Didswat, we all know. He's been having a magnificent season. Hudson-Odoi, I know you guys were after him a couple of times in the summer and January, and he's having a season of his life. And it'd be Chris Wood up front because Taro, we're unsure if he's going to be fit or not. But at the minute, Chris Wood made that number 9 spot his own, and he's having a season of his life with his goal scoring. Like to say he's 33 years old and he's scored 18 goals, like it's just. He seemed to be like a new kid on the block now, just bursting onto the scene. Like, that probably my predicted 11, to be fair.
No, it sounds. I mean, Woods has caused us a lot of trouble, especially aerially. And it's, that's going to be fun seeing him against our. I was going to say our new defenders, but they're new in terms of fresh from injury. I imagine that we've only got Son that's a doubt, from what I've seen. Danso's out long term. I imagine they'll be my team, I guess. So the usual Vicari. They actually just bring the up something there. Wolves away last weekend, that was abysmal in terms of defending. God's sakes. All 4 of their goals were literally our mistakes. So,
wow.
so it's going to be bittersweet putting Vicario back in goal. The first goal was his mistake, just passed it back to can't remember who the Will striker was. Centre backs will be Van der Ven and Romero. The third goal was his mistake. He just overran the ball somehow. And then on the wing was, I'll probably say Udogi. I'll probably say Porro will probably play there. Spencer will get a rest. He scored the own goal. That was the second goal. In midfield, Berval, a young player, he's been ripping up trees. He's been absolutely fantastic. He plays like a 30-year-old, he really does. And he's nailed on to be a starter now. The rest of it is going to be kind of hard to say. I'll probably say Rodrigo Bentancur and probably, and Madison, probably my 3. And then the 3 up front, Son's hard to say. Wilson or the injury, so he might start. It'll be Solanke. And then right wing, it might be Johnson. So, former Forest player as well.
Yeah,
so,
we've got 2 of us in your team at the minute with Jed Spence and John Brennan.
Yeah, what do you think about Spence? I know he was on loan was he on loan at Middlesbrough, was he? Or was he from Middlesbrough?
He was on loan to us from Middlesbrough, yeah.
Yeah. I know you wanted to keep him. Did any kind of regrets that he didn't get to keep him? Because I know that the fan, or I can't remember the fan wanted to keep him, but whether Jeff Spence saw it as a future, I don't know actually. Would you want to have kept him?
Me personally, I would have kept him. I don't know what was why we didn't. I know there was one report at the time saying that he had his sort of set on going to Spurs. So, from me, say he would have. Say I don't know how true it was or not, but they reckon that he wanted to go to Spurs. But I would have kept him if we would have if we had the chance to, because he had a terrific season in the Championship with us, like flying down him and Brennan Johnson, they were like formidable. So I would have kept him personally, and fair play on him now, because he had them 2 seasons where he couldn't even get into your starting 11. But look at him now; he's ripping it up for you guys really easily.
Yeah, that's going to be a bone of contention with Spurs fans. Conte just didn't like him. I have no idea why. He hasn't said why, and I don't think he even told Jen Spence why he didn't like him. But now he's getting the minutes. We're seeing what he could do. It was wasted 2 years, really. He's 24 now. Could have seen the best of him a couple of years ago, but it is what it is. At least he's doing it now. Well, hopefully that wasn't too bad. A preview show for you. It's going to be an interesting game. We'll try and get together for the live stream. Me personally, I'm not quite sure how I feel about the game. It's always a very good game for me, because obviously my links to Forest, and so I do look forward to the game, especially now. Now you're doing very well, and we're struggling. So it'll be interesting to see how it all goes. And hopefully you'll be on the live stream.
Yeah, fingers crossed. I mean, I know I said to you before, and I should be on the stream unless it's something really cropped up.
Yeah, no worries at all. Okay, so everyone, if you want to learn a lot about Forest, then just follow the link, which should be in the description below. TFTV, the link will be there, and that's Dan from TFTV, and I'm Crisandro, of course, from the Tottenham Supplements. Thanks for watching, and roll on Monday. Come on, you Spurs.